Hello, welcome back to another game on Arena. Actually a set of 3 games, and that's the first one between Fedex and JonSlow. They played a total of 4. It ended in 2 wins for each player. This is the last of these 4 games, and then we have 2 more games from JonSlow against Vivi, which I'm going to cast quite soon probably. Let's look at this game first, a game between Fedex and JonSlow's bastard son, I think, as it is available as command on Terra's channel. Now Fedex, of course, very well known among arena players on Woobly, and also known for being a Grandmaster chess with a, I don't know, 2k5 rating and plus. So he was a really good chess player. I remember that I read about the Master Arena 2 finals between him and Slam waited for him because he had a chess tournament. I think I've told you that before. We have Fedex as Aztecs here, which should be interesting, with the main stone safe on the back, with second stone safe on the back, but not so much gold. Actually 2 extra golds inside. The question will be, is he going to find them? That's a very important question here, because finding extra golds when your other golds are quite terrible here. Actually, main gold quite far forward on the far side, but forward. The third gold pretty far forward outside, and the second gold closer to walls, but also outside here. 3 deer inside, which is nice, but those golds are not really well placed, and those extra golds can actually save your ass sometimes. So let's find out how Fedex is going to do here, and what Terra is actually going to do with Ethiopians here. And of course, Aztecs against Ethiopians. Yeah, meh. Let's find out how Terra is going to approach this with the main gold forwardish actually, and the second and third gold outside as well on the far side. Would love to see some walls here, like a few, that's 8-10 tiles maybe, plus a few more, plus 2 more, like 12 tiles wall, and you have secured your second gold and your second and third gold. But I think Terror all game long didn't go for those walls. We have a deer inside for him as well, second board coming in. We've seen the main gold, main stone forward, so everything pretty much forward or outside. The map not really good for Terror either. And for Terror we know what this means. Usually this means he's going for a rush here. We're going to find out if that's actually the case. He's got a lot of villages on board with 1 lumber camp, 4 villages, 4 villages and berries, pretty standard. Going for a loom, yeah, this is definitely a trush. And Fedex in the meantime luring the deer from inside, which is not so hard to do, but as you can see the deer is going a little bit cuckoo, and that's not really the best lure ever. Deer will run back, so Fedex is a little bit in trouble here with the deer. Not in trouble, but has troubles with deer. He's got one really close, this one closer to JonSlow, this one also a little bit closer to him, one in the neutral zone and an extra stone. Here we've seen the 2 extra golds. The question is, can Fedex see the 2 extra golds? Let's go for the Fog of War. And no, he did not scout that at all, which is really bad. We'll find out soon that Fedex might need gold soon here, or not, depends on what Terra is actually doing. Feudal Age coming in 10 minutes, Feudal Age time, and of course with the Ethiopians, Terra will have a good amount of gold in the bank, and also 100 more food. He's going for militia here. That's going to be a militia man-at-arms rush probably, with the watchtower coming up. No gate here, you cannot tower hop this, and he could go for this gate, but it's pretty far away. The Eagle Scout is actually waiting. Let's switch to Fedex's point of view, see what he is actually realizing about that push. 2 villagers moving forward, no loom yet. Need to wait for the Feudal Age to click loom immediately. I think Fedex should be getting to the castle age at a reasonable time, but he's not doing loom, and a lot of damage on the villager already. This gate only 21 HP, and I think Terra will be able to go through. Fedex has not seen the men-at-arms yet, and this is a very important fact here. Terra is going for a surprise attack, and those men-at-arms, you can see Terra is keeping them away for now. Villagers moving forward, only now the men-at-arms moving in, and Fedex can see them, is immediately going for that counter tower. Fedex in the meantime clicking up to cast age, will be there 15-17, really early. He is going with that tower now, of course, and he is actually on stone with 3 villagers, so he will be able to get up more towers. He's got a lot of wood in the bank to do that. The men-at-arms are attacking that tower, and this could be an interesting find. I'm gonna remove the Fog of War maybe, I don't think it's necessary now. We have 400-300 HP left. Is Fedex actually going to repair this tower? 5 villagers in, but it's only tower against tower. Now he's starting to repair, and Terra, ooh, using all 3 militia that are 3 men-at-arms that are left to take 1 villager. I should have gone around on both sides. The tower 100 HP, castle age soon to be done. And again, the villagers repairing, going in, and they're repairing quite fast here. Another watchtower now going up for Fedex. This is very important because the men-at-arms will take a lot of damage with 5 villagers in. And Fedex, as it seems, is safe. I've seen those darker palisades on Wobbly Official. I like them, so I wanted to try them. It looks actually quite decent in my opinion. The light grey palisades are not as beautiful in my opinion. If you disagree, can tell me, can switch it back immediately. Siege Workshop coming up for Fedex, who is up to castle age before 16 minutes, and now Terra might be in trouble here because with that Siege Workshop coming up, the watchtowers are really not that safe. And Terra is going for more men-at-arms. Is he actually going for really more? No, it's 1 now. Doesn't really have the food to do so. He's got 4, 5, 6, 7, now 8 farms up, 2 villages in gold, 500 stone in the bank, and that's the problem with the Thrush here. Way too much stone for this Thrush. So he needs to either sell it or save it, and saving 500 resources is a bad sign usually. 1 ram, a single ram moving forward without Eagle Warriors, that's our Eagle Scouts. It's a mistake, that ram will die pretty fast, and the villagers of course will go back, but nice quick walling here, 173 HP on that gate, and the ram again trying to, but not succeeding in getting the tower down. Instead, the watchtower from Fedex is actually doing that. Of course that gate will fall fast. Can Fedex actually delete it before it gets down? I don't think so. Fedex 174, maybe, I don't know. And Fedex is not going for any extra TCs yet, of course. He does not have so many villagers on wood, actually 2. And that's terrible. 4 villagers idle here. The rest are wood villagers from in the towers or going forward. Another watchtower coming up from JonSlow. Only 1 farm. Fedex is still producing villagers, but 1 farm means he will have a stable population, which is never good. 4 HP on that ram. Can you repair it? I guess in theory you can. And Terra now going with more men-at-arms and more watchtowers. Look at this. Fedex is not fixing his economy. Now he's got those few villagers on wood. Still 3 villagers on stone. That's the villagers he doesn't really need. And so many on gold. He's got a market. He needs to buy wood, actually. In my opinion at least. Now another 5 villagers in the watchtower, the ram getting repaired. And how is Terra doing? 3 watchtowers? Is he going for anything else here? His economy looking good now, decent at least, not really to click up to cast age, but he's investing into men-at-arms, so he wants to have some military units out. And Fedex is going for monks here, 30 HP only, but sanctuary on the way, which is very important. Gonna have plus 20 HP with that 1 sanctuary upgrade, of course, plus 15 and plus 5 bonus. So that ram moving forward again. There's 5 villagers waiting, there's 4 or 5 militia now, and the ram has to go back immediately, but Fedex is here with the monks, and he could try and either convert those watchtowers once he has enough gold for redemption, or at least try to convert the men-at-arms. That's what's going to happen now. 1, 2 quick conversions, and the monks are healing themselves, so they're not dying to the watchtower fire. The villagers from Terra now repairing, the men-at-arms moving around to try and get close to that mangonel. Can he actually do it? Mangonel moving back. I think Fedex needs to repair here, but the mangonel is taking quite some damage. The men-at-arms will be sacrificed for the 1 mangonel, which is not going down. Not the best attack by Terra, and the watchtower, 1 more watchtower is falling. No stable coming up, forging on the way, and JonSlow has enough stone for a castle, but is not a good castle age. And Fedex in the meantime is now gathering some wood, should go for a second TC soon. Terra is ahead 9 villagers, and that's a lot by that time in the game. We have 1 mangonel getting repaired by a villager, and of course Terra does not have fletching. What is going on here? Seriously, I imagine he should have fletching by now, but he didn't click it, and only 8 range against them for the mangonel. It's hard to click the villagers then. That man-at-arm with 1 HP got converted by the ram, by the mangonel finally going down, and that's because Fedex, did he have not enough wood or gold? I don't know. He's got enough wood now. Bought 100 wood actually, that's what I said before. Fedex is very low on wood, has a lot of villagers on gold. Look at this. Buy 100 more wood and go for... Ooh, nice! Sniping the monks here. Didn't even see that. Nice catch by Terra. He was expecting the monks, obviously, and was able to intercept the relic going home. Now the watchtower is still up, and there's again 5 villages inside. Terra, 7 more villages now compared to Fedex. A lot of farms, and still nowhere close to clicking up to castle age. What an interesting tower rush here. Fedex is not able to recover and like go for a counter attack. If he went for that counter attack, like fully, I guess, with Eagle Scouts. Terra would be GG by now. Like this, he's ahead by 14 or 13 population, going with another watchtower. An outpost coming up here. That's actually looking quite beautiful in my opinion. And more watchtowers on the way, I guess. Terra needs to use the stone or needs to sell it for gold and then food. Another watchtower coming up here. Scouts and men-at-arms, but quick wall here with the gate and the house. The house will go down. Ooh, and the scouts are not getting in. Look at this, beautiful quick walls here. Terra cannot approach those mangonels. The next watchtower will fall. And now Fedex, I think, is recovering here. Terra should be able to click up to Castle Age soon by stopping men-at-arms and scout productions here. Yeah, it's not producing any longer. And he's got those watchtowers up that are really annoying. Fedex needs to move the farms to the back here. That means spending more wood. And now Terra, I think, sold some stone and buying food to click up to Castle Age. Finally, it will be at 30 minutes. That's even slow for Arabia 1v1. And Fedex is able to get a gate here, but only 186 HP, and that's 2 villages down, at least one. JonSlow doesn't have to go any closer. And wow, that's 3 converted scouts. Look at this, that's very lucky by Fedex. Only 2 scouts remaining. Terra in the meantime is trying to go in through that house with the men-at-arms. Still got 4 or 5 villages around and another stable coming up. Skill barding arm on the way. Are we going to see knights here against the monks? Or maybe just light cav, which makes a lot more sense. Scouts again trying to approach here. One monk dying to the watchtower, and the other 2 monks possibly going down, but no, Fedex is actually able to defend them. And now Fedex, I think with the 2 mangonels, 3 actually, a few monks, a few scouts, he will be able to get rid of JonSlow's forward, and Terra is not moving into the back here. Instead is waiting for the Castle Age. That means those watchtowers will die eventually, watchtowers, and Fedex will finally be, yeah, maybe not safe, but at least calm at home and get rid of that. Go for a booming a little bit, because it doesn't look great for Fedex. 37 HP. Ooh, let's go on my laptop now. And we have 3 mangonels finally getting rid of those watchtowers. There is probably 1 or 2 scouts inside. Light cav upgrade actually coming in from Terra with almost no military units left. I don't really understand that upgrade, but maybe he wants to go for more. I think he wants to at least go for those monks. Can he actually snipe a monk or 2 here? Also on the way, JonSlow is up to Castle Age, obviously. I hope you realize that. I think so. My viewers, I think, can see everything and more than I can see. Ooh, there are a few monks trying to convert. That's 1, 2, 3 converted light cav. Mistake. He should have gone for the monks first. I think that would have been a better approach here. Finally, Fedex is safe at home and should go for a second TC and probably a third TC if he can afford it. Still 400 gold in the bank, but nothing else. And look at this, the main goal. There is only like 2k left, I guess, not even, like 1k6, 1k7 maybe. And Terra in the meantime, let's find out. A second TC on the wood line, going for deer. And he's actually walling here to get stone in now. With that main stone disappeared. Wait, that's the second stone that was inside, but the main stone is gone. Yeah, I guess that was the mining camp. I don't even remember, that's bad. I haven't looked at JonSlow's base for quite some time. Terra's ahead by 3 villagers, and he's ahead in economy, I guess, with a lot of farms, monastery even coming up. Those villagers should be sent to stone probably. There is light cav and scouts going around now, and that monk trying to get the relic in finally. 4 light cav from JonSlow waiting. A gate coming up, which makes sense. That house is never going to be built, I guess. Fedex going with the second TC, that's finished. And opening the vaults, that watchtower also won't get finished. Terra should. Is that 1 HP? No, Terra should actually cancel a watchtower, get a lot of stone back and some wood. But a 3rd TC coming up now on the wood line here. The scouts attacking the barracks. I guess that stable should fall next. And Terra in the meantime is housed on 70. As for Fedex, he is on 65. And also housed, losing a monk here. Nice snipe with the 5 light cav. Now it's moving away, of course. And Fedex is not really ahead, so this thrush was actually quite successful. We're going to find out how the game is going to proceed here. I don't think we're going to see too much Castle Age attack. I was actually live on the stream when that game happened, but I was focusing on the chat a lot and not so much on the game. It was an intense game actually, and it was an interesting one. Terra is going for more farms here. Fedex is finally getting a few farms up. and should be able to get enough for villager production. He's got a decent amount of wooded gold in the bank. Going through houses, I guess he just in case wants to wall against those potential light cav raidings actually. Not sure if Fedex knows a lot about Terror space. He can see the gold, so that might be a nice approach here. And Terror can see the main gold but doesn't know about the TC here at the opening. And I guess he forgot about that watchtower, I'm pretty sure about it. So yeah, that's 125 stone. We have in Palisade another house coming up, a few more farms. Another question is, what are we going to see in Imp? Lead Eagle Warriors? Possible, and how to counter those with the Ethiopians. I'm not sure if the oh my god, how are they called? The infantry unit. I should know this. They are called, I want to find out, sorry, they are called Shotels. Oh my god, I should really know my unique units. Shotel Warriors might be an option, but are they really good enough against the Elite Eagle Warriors? I'm not sure about it. And then with those monks behind that, Siege is not really the best option. Even though Ethiopians have full Siege, I guess the Rams could be possible. Terror is actually first to click up to Imperial Age, gold mining upgrade on the way. And I think Terror does not have handcard yet. I remember that Terror wasn't doing handcard for quite some time in this game. Or was it that game? Also want to find out about that. Terror handcard. No, he's done it. Was another game then. And we're going to see Shotel Warriors here. Actually, Light Cav are on the field still. And what else? Pikeman done for Fedex, because he knows there's Light Cav, and they might be able to do some raiding or some attacks. TC coming up, TC number 4 actually now on that third gold. Makes a lot of sense. While the main gold, there's only 150 and like 400 gold left. And we have a siege workshop coming up, the stable and barracks finally gone. Terror, good amount of farms up, and more Shotels on the way. Fedex, very important, is not on the way to Imperial Age. And that means Terror is quite ahead here. Fedex has decent resources, finally clicked up, but he is like 2 minutes, a little bit more than 2 minutes later. He's got 2 relics in, that means Terror should be able to get a few more relics. He's got 2 relics, that means only 1 is left, and that's close to an extra stone here. And Terror is moving into the Light Cav. We have barracks now coming up from Fedex to hopefully go for Eagle Warriors. He's not going for the Eagle Warrior upgrade. Eagle Scouts only more available now. That's 3 plus 3, 6 barracks in total. And maybe standard infantry even. That's an option too here. Good against Light Cav, good against Shotel Warriors. Monks, not really an option here for Terror, and not sure. Terror will have a hard time. He's at an economy. Maybe at least 88 villagers, now 91, but pretty similar. And Fedex is actually switching to crossbowmen and arbalest. Elite Shotel Warriors coming up from Terror. Very interesting to see that he has enough resources for that. He's got a back castle here, protecting 2 golds and a stone. And he is with a ram out. No, that's Fedex actually. Fedex moving forward. But I think that's only to find out about JonSlow's plans. And you can see now that those elite Shotels are up on the field. 18 plus 1 attack is a lot here. And the ram will go down fast. So I guess the Shotels are viable against the Elite Eagle Warriors. That's why Fedex is switching to arbalest. The question is, can he get enough of them? And if it's only Shotels, arbalest will be good enough in my opinion. They should be with like 5 damage per arrow and only 10 arbalest to 1 hit a Elite Shotel Warrior here. But Fedex is housed and JonSlow probably not going for Shotels only. He's moving in now. But you can see a lot of archer ranges. You can see there's units inside. So he is trying to attack here. Those Shotels are quite vulnerable to archer damage, to ranged units or to the TC fire, but he's doing Capram and Siege Ram up there on the way. Very important. JonSlow obviously learned that Ethiopians do get Siege Rams. He forgot that in 2 games before, I think, quite some little bit time ago. Maybe it was in December or early January. And Trebuchet now out to attack the TC. Yes. And Siege Rams approaching. Siege Rams against Battering Rams only. Yeah, we know how this is going to end. 3 Siege Rams and a good amount of Elite Shotels. We have fully upgraded Arbalest. No, not at all. Missing defensive upgrades. Missing chemistry. Heavy Plow now coming in. More archer ranges on the way, but that's not going to help if you're not going for your upgrades. Double Blacksmith would be good. And Fedex is very low on gold. He never found that gold in the back. No, that's really bad here. Could take his second gold on the right hand side. But he's focusing on the left here, trying to protect that third gold of the TC here. Another archer and chemistry finally coming moving in. Fedex has 43 against 49 military units from JonSlow, and I feel like Terror needs to get rid of the archers and then could be able to win the game here. It's dangerous against that amount of Arbalest, and there's mangonels as well. We are going to find out. I think putting the shotels in the siege rams would be really awesome here. But Terror is moving in, the castle forward, it's looking good for him. He's got a huge score lead, he's got a population lead, and there's the shuttle war is approaching. Let's go to like 60 speed. TC is gone. How are the Arbalest from Fedex looking? Oh, they're dying quite fast here. Even though Fedex is micro and they're not attacking the siege rams, not so many shotguns warriors left from Terror, but it's moving in, and the Arbalest are actually dying really fast here. Fedex is calling the GG. Look at this beautiful elite shotgun warriors taking down Arbalest, because the siege rams did a lot of damage here, and I think Fedex maybe underestimated the power of shotguns here. He wasn't able to recover from that man-at-arms tower rush, and in the end, Terror was faster to boom up to Imp and get the army out. Impressive game in my opinion. Fedex probably could have played better, but I don't think he's playing so much, or at least not as much as Terror. And Terror has been on 2k2 plus level, now on 2k1 plus. As you can see here, Fedex only 2k plus, so yeah, Fedex probably would need a little bit more training. I'm not sure if he's going to do it or just playing casually. Hope you enjoyed this game. Nice one. So Fedex was at 2-1. He won. I think Terror won the first game. Fedex went up 2-1, and in the end, Terror going for the 4-game equalizer here. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you in the next games. GG.